We're here in Quechee, Vermont today visiting the Simon Pearce factory and store. Simon Pearce is known for their amazing hand-blown glass pieces, ranging from tableware, like wine glasses, to decorative items like flower vases. And yes, there is a real Simon Pearce. Today, I'm going to learn the art of glass blowing and make a Cortino pitcher, and find out why this pitcher is worth $130. Let's hope I don't break anything. Everything starts with this fiery liquid that's just superheated sand. This is 2,000 degrees, and that's what is going to go on the stick, heating it up and ultimately molding it into what he wants it to be.
What he has in his hand there is called a block, and essentially it's kind of just like a wooden spoon or cup, and it just kind of creates a nice round shape and cools the glass off, kind of creates a shell on the outside, so when he puts the air in like that, it doesn't just blow out.
So now we're going back into the fiery pit here, back into 2,000 degrees where he's going to put more glass on it. Like, I literally feel like I'm melting right here, but these guys are used to it. I mean, they're making it look easy, but this is something that does take a while to apprentice for. And everybody here has actually been trained here at Simon Pearce, which is amazing. So you don't have to come in as a glass blower, you don't have to know any of this stuff. They're going to teach you everything that you need to know right here, which means that I'll learn everything and be able to do this by the end of the day, right? Right?
If he went and just kind of tipped it up right now, all the new hot stuff would just drip off from that bubble.
But how does he know when it's the right temperature? Is it just kind of, you just know?
Baby. You know.
It's got a wiggle? Is that what it is?
That's one of the characteristics, the color, the wiggle.
So what is this thing that he's actually using to protect his hand?
That's newspaper.
Like, you would think it would be something else, but it's not. It's just old news, not even old newspaper, it's just newspaper in general that they use to protect their hands from what is something that's 2,000 degrees. And if you were to touch it, I think your hands would be gone.
It's almost better to touch it that hot than like 1,200.
Really? Why?
It sticks at 1,200.
Freaking out. All right, great. So one of the coolest things about being here is that they make all their own molds. The molds are actually made both in metal and in wood, which you're going to see over there. And so everything that you see here opens up and becomes something else. What all these are, I don't know, but they definitely do know, because each one has a marker to tell you exactly what it is and what it's going to create. We're kind of in a basement space. It smells like cow manure, and I'm pretty sure that's just because of the way the smell is when water and wood sit forever. We're gonna see that in this space. This pile of water and wood is the reason that it smells like cow manure down here. I don't really know why, but these are all fruit woods. They soak the wood in here so that when they put the 2,000 degree glass into here and are blowing it, it doesn't actually burn the wood. So the water stops it from burning and essentially almost creates like a steam effect inside. It's really counterintuitive. You would never think that wood and heat would go together, but for some reason, this is something that really, really works.
So he closed the mold, and now you can see he's actually blowing into the pipe, filling up the glass inside the mold. And as that's happening, as well as him stretching it out and thinning out the glass,
right,
also helping cool things off. After he's been in there that amount of time, the glass sets up, and we have the starting point of the actual piece.
That's amazing. Here comes the two-person part right now. So he's putting the stamp on the bottom of it. That's going to make it easy to break away later. Boom.
All right, now he's heating it up.
Yeah.
And it's about 2,600 degrees in there. It's called the glory hole. Titanium glass right there, so you can see right through there.
Don't look directly into the light.
See those spots you're seeing now? Yeah.
It's going back in to heat up again so that he can make the lip of this piece. Once it comes out, he's going to cut the rim and then be able to shape it so that it's a beautiful lip for the pitcher.
So now he's going to cut the slope of the pitcher.
I mean, it's amazing the way that just comes off.
Yep. This is still really hot.
Oh
too.
yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh.
So he's gonna heat it up again, just because that cut left little jagged little edges.
Right.
So it's gonna smooth it all out. Once he's ready, he'll come out, and I'll start the handle.
So anytime that it's going into the fire, it's sort of melting itself in there again. Okay, so that you can do the forms that you want to do.
Yep. And once it turns a crystal, you can't really do it. You can't cut it.
Right,
you can't move it around or anything.
And you wonder like why this pitcher is more expensive. This is why. It's a two-person job. It takes these guys to create it. It's going to go into that furnace to cool for 8 hours before it even comes out and can be finished off and packaged. This is really what artistry is about.
All right. It's gonna be your time to shine here. Here we go.
So I'm going back into the fiery pits.
Bring it straight up,
Bring it straight up.
and then you just kind of hold it up and present it to me.
And don't let go, though.
Never let go.
Hold on to it, but let me kind of control it.
Okay, so no matter what, I'm holding on to the stick, right?
You're never letting it go.
Okay, I just need to hold this thing straight. That's my only job. He's gonna do me a favor and roll this.
Yeah, it's still pretty hot. It's still kind of
You
liquidy.
think? Yeah, it's pretty hot.
This is called the barber, and basically just a big piece of steel to roll out.
This is called the barber because I keep calling it the stick. This is called the barber.
barber.
What is this called?
This is just an iron.
Okay, so like stick was fine.
Handle iron. Yep.
Remember, my only job here is to hold this thing upright.
Oh, you got
so
it.
if I fail at this, that's a huge problem.
Okay, here we go.
He's gonna tell me when to go.
Sit up.
Up higher.
There you go. You're good. Stretching it out. Now is where you hold it.
Hang on to it. Hang on to it.
And I'm done?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh my God, I did it.
You did it. Put it in the, it's called a leer, about 1,000 degrees in there. Just gotta chip it off.
The whole point of making the X.
Oh, it's to get it off easily
Yep.
without breaking it into a million pieces. So remember that little X? Yeah, that little X that we did at the bottom? He's using literally butter knife, you said? Yep, a butter knife to be able to break it off the bottom, and that's what that X was that they put in before. Oh, wow. See right there? This is still hot, not touching it. Back into another hot room for 8 hours where everything will come to one temperature and then keep moving down the line until it cools and is basically ready to be packaged and sent out. This is yet another hot spot. On the other end there, that's where we actually put in our finished glass product. But in order to get the entire thing at the same temperature, it starts off down there a little over 1,000 degrees. As it comes down the line over an 8-hour period, it cools down and cools down and cools down until it's finally ready to be packaged and shipped out. So right now we're in like the little abyss of Simon Pearce's factory. You can see around us all the glass that has spent that 8 hours in that machine going from hot to cool. This is the finished product. I'll take one of these, please. Perfect for wine. So one thing Simon Pearce is definitely known for is the holiday season. So all year round, they're always making holiday. Here you've got some of their Christmas trees, which are totally iconic for them. Selling out super fast. These glasses are the perfect wedding gift. Cheers to both. Everybody wants a beautiful sounding champagne glass. Right now, Natasha here is in charge of making sure that everything you get is beautifully packaged. And of course, we're talking about glassware here, so she's also got to make sure that it's protected. So they do use like a stronger kind of material to make sure it's wrapped and comfortable while it's actually traveling, and then finish them off in one of the classic boxes and with a beautiful bow. So that is the finished product, and when you get a gift, you'll know that it's Simon Pearce because of that. We're finally in the actual store, Simon Pearce flagship store, where all of the glass that we've been making today eventually shows up and is for sale. So you can see everything around you. They've got wine glasses, they've got shot glasses, they've got vases, fruit bowls, pitchers, anything that you could want. A lot of pieces are also decorative pieces, so candle holders, things like that. Pieces again, that those personalized pieces that we talked about are also here. So these are, I can barely pick it up, it's so heavy. These are soapstone base with whiskey glasses. The cool thing about this is if you're a whiskey drinker, which I am, I love bourbon, you can put this in the freezer or put this in the fridge, it's gonna hold the temperature. So when you go to put your whiskey in the actual glass, this is gonna cool it down. So you don't even have to worry about, putting those ice cubes in there. And they also have the soapstone cubes just in case you want it to just stay cold naturally. Also gonna be coming in beer glasses and in shot glasses for the holiday season this year, beer glasses next year in 2020. This is the Woodstock balloon wine glass. The crazy thing about this glass is for like maybe a bad work day or perhaps a really fun weekend, this glass that doesn't look that big can actually hold an entire bottle of wine. Hopefully nobody has that bad of a day, but hopefully everybody has that good of a weekend. This is the Cortino pitcher. This is the guy that I made earlier. Well, when I say made, I mean I put on the actual handle. It comes at a price of $130, but the reality is now you know why. It took 2 guys to make this. This is all blown from 2 single pieces of glass. It's amazing to watch the process, and it's a really special piece. The value is in the fact that it's made by true artisans, and you're gonna have this forever. So this room is the seconds room. Seconds kind of means not perfect. And so if even though it's handmade, some things still might be a little irregular. So you can see that the glassware is still beautiful. Like here's a candle holder that still has that amazing design on it. To me, there's nothing wrong with it, but on average, you can find things down here that maybe you see in the regular store for maybe 25% off of the regular price. So if you're buying something for yourself, this is a great place to look. This day's been amazing, but there's one more stop I have to make, and that's at the bar. So what better way to end your day than with a twist on an Aperol Spritz? This is Rebecca's version, and it's got Bar Hill vodka, Aperol, St. Elder, kind of like a St. Germain-esque drink, and topped with Prosecco. Cheers to that.